YAHushua, you're the one who gave it all for me. Every moment that we share, your presence sets me free. When I'm broken, when I fall, you lift me tenderly. Your love is everything I need.
Blessings of Yah to the returning viewers and to the new viewers. This video is for those that believe that YAHushua, the Son, whom many know as Jesus, and Father Yah in heaven, whom many call God, are one single and spiritual entity. I am here to show you in the Bible that YAHushua, whom many call Jesus, and Father Yah, whom many call God, are not one single spiritual entity. I won't be with you very long with this video. It's just that I have noticed some people misunderstand the scripture, St. John chapter 10, verse 30. It reads, "I and my Father are one." That's YAHushua speaking. Here is a brief part of my history before YAHushua opened up my understanding to the word of Yah. I believed and was taught to know that YAHushua was the Son and the Father. I was taught and believed they were one spiritual entity, until one day YAHushua opened up my spiritual eyes and ears and gave me the knowledge to see the truth in his words. And he told me to share this with you. I have 3 scriptures to show you that YAHushua was not actually meaning him and his Father is one spiritual entity, but that YAHushua is actually his own spiritual entity, and Father Yah in heaven, whom many call God, is also his own spiritual entity. The first scripture I will begin with is St. John 14th chapter, verse 24. It says, "He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me." In this scripture, YAHushua says, "He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings," meaning you who love him are not keeping his words. You are keeping his Father in heaven words. YAHushua is telling you the words you hear him speak are not his words, but the words of his Father in heaven. Then at the end of the verse, he makes it plain. He says, "And the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father which sent me." Question for thought. Why would YAHushua say, "The word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father which sent him. Number 1. YAHushua is not speaking of himself. Number 2. If YAHushua says the Father in heaven sent him, that means his Father is still in heaven while he was here on earth. The second scripture is Mark chapter 16, verse 19. It says, "So then, after the Lord, whom is YAHushua, had spoken unto them, he was received up into heaven and sat on the right hand of Yah." Question for thought. If YAHushua sat on the right hand of Yah, whom you call God, how can they be one spiritual entity? That verse shows that Father Yah in heaven and YAHushua are two separate spiritual entities. The third scripture is Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And it says, "And Yah said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." Another question for thought. When Father Yah said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness," what does that sound like it's saying to you? When Father Yah, whom you call God, used the words us and our, there is no possible way he was talking to himself. Then Father Yah said, "And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." In scripture, St. John chapter 10, verse 30, when YAHushua said him and his Father are one, I would like for you to know YAHushua was meaning he say what his Father in heaven say. He does what his Father in heaven does. His decisions is the decisions that his Father in heaven makes. YAHushua says in scripture, St. John chapter 5, verse 19, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise." And in scripture, St. John chapter 5, verse 30, YAHushua says, "I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me." And also in scripture, St. John chapter 12, verse 49, YAHushua says, For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me. He gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. So there it is, as plain as day. This video was made for those that do not know or understand Scripture, St. John chapter 10 verse 30. Read the scriptures again if need be, and please do pray for knowledge and understanding in the Bible. May Yah bless you and may Yah keep you.
YAHushua, my protector and my guide. You wiped away my tears when I cried. I cannot live without you by my side. You are my everything. One-on-one, we talking, I feel your grace. Your mercy flows like rivers I can't replace. Daily communion, I remember your sacrifice. The pain you bore, the price you paid for my life. Every holy day I honor what you've done. YAHushua, my provider and my peace. Your gentle love will never cease. I give my praise as my release. You are my